Oh boy, hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video, and in this video we're going to be taking our first look at some of the brand new Winx Club Reboot 2025 fashion dolls, and it's a lot, so stay tuned to subscribe and let's get into it. Okay, so a lot of people by now have shared basically a lot of the same pictures of what is basically our first look at the new upcoming 2025 Winx Club Reboot dolls made. Specifically, these are all of the prototypes or dolls that we're seeing here, and these pictures are specifically made by Jey which is the European distributor of the Winx Club Reboot dolls for this year. We are also getting Winx Club Reboot dolls made by Playmates, but those are going to be sold in the US. So we're basically getting two versions, two different releases for the Winx Club Reboot dolls, the ones sold in Europe and the ones sold in the US. Playmates, US, Europe, Jey So that's the state of what's happening right now. And yeah, the Jey dolls here for Europe again, they don't look amazing. I mean, again, these are prototypes. I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping, I'm praying these are prototypes, because that would explain a lot of the lesser details and lesser quality aspects we can see here. Hopefully they are prototypes, but even so, I doubt that they will do much of any improving on the actual final results, because like the body molds will be the same. The face greetings will be probably the same. The hair might be neater and maybe better quality, but probably the same overall. And then the articulation as well, probably the same. The fabric, the clothing, the quality of the outfits is probably going to be the same. And so will the shoes be. And the packaging might be the same, but hopefully it will improve. Honestly, I am not sure. But overall, what we are seeing here for what should be amazing, exciting, brand new dolls for the reboot of Winx Club's return in 2025, it's not good. It is not good. It is very disappointing. Now, some information here. These dolls, the prototypes, were shown at the Toy Master Show UK event that I'm assuming was in the UK. So yeah, you know, it makes sense. And again, these are the prototypes, the dolls made by Jey, which will be the ones we will get here in Europe. So if you live in the US, don't worry, the ones you will be getting are made by Playmates. Those are the ones that we saw previously, got teased in my last video, and those look more promising than these, as we'll see here. There's going to be several lines made by in the European versions of these dolls. We're going to have the iconic line, which is basically the girls in their casual wear. We're going to have the light up line, which will have the wings light up, obviously. And then we're going to have the fairy line, including all 6 in their, new core fairy looks. We're going to have the Althea ball line. We're going to have the beauty pop line. That's kind of like their rocker looks. And then, no, that's it. Okay, so that's it. Basically, we're gonna have like a rocker line, casual line, iconic, the fairy line, light up line, and also the Althea, ball series. So yeah, many different lines here, but you will see a pattern where it's basically just very simple outfits and very simple packaging. The expressions even, and also the makeup seems to be very much the same with all of these dolls. Like, so that's kind of also very shocking to me. So what? Okay, like first impressions. I thought these looked very rough. Obviously these are prototypes, so I'm just praying that these really are early prototypes of these dolls, because if they're not, I'm going to be very, very disappointed, because I live in Europe. The dolls that will be available to me here are going to be these. So we're not receiving the Playmates dolls here in Europe. I don't think so, unless they also sell them here in Europe, which, yeah, I don't think so, but who knows? I don't know. So we're really stuck here with these dolls, which again, as of right now, what we're seeing here, it's not good. It's not looking too good. The outfits, the quality, it looks very rushed. It looks very simple. It looks like Dream Ella. It looks like budget dolls. It looks like very cheap. I'm sorry to say, the faces are not the worst. The face greetings look okay. Honestly, they look pretty comparable to the Playmates versions that we saw so far. And then the hair quality, looks also kind of on par. Well, it looks a little bit worse, but I do like some of the details, like with flowers and flora, the braids. You know, Aisha's hair definitely is not as good. It looks like Polly. She's not. She doesn't have like the mini braids like the Playmates version has. There's no tinsel in any of these dolls, so you can definitely tell like the shortcomings here with the Giochi Preziosi versions of these dolls. They just don't look as complete or as detailed as the Playmates versions. The proportions are also off, and the paddle arms, the legs, no articulation. That really sucks. At least the Playmates versions had like knee articulation, but these really seem to just have the 5 basic points of movement at the shoulders, hips, and neck. So there is no like bending at the elbows. There is no bending at the knees. These bodies look very cheap, and the outfits again as well. The faces look okay. The hair looks okay. I think overall, this is pretty rough, and I'm kind of disappointed, and I'm really disheartened because the main reason why I was kind of really excited with these with the reboot of the Winx Club, returning obviously this year, is that we're getting new dolls. And now that we've seen the dolls, both from Playmates and now Giochi Preziosi, which again, European and US variants, I think for both, like that from what we've seen so far anyway, I'm not like impressed. Obviously I'm less so impressed with these that we're seeing here, but still, like, I'm just so disappointed that we're still, like, in this day and age, that we're still getting such a hard time with good Winx Club dolls. Like, is it really that impossible to capture the aesthetic and design and quality of the Winx Club characters into, like, doll form? Is it really that difficult? Because I feel like there's, like, unless it's, like, Mattel Winx Club dolls, I don't feel like any of the other dolls we've seen historically have really served the brand well. Like, I don't feel like they've really represented them well. The quality, the proportions, the fashions, none of them have been really outstanding. And so this is just kind of really disappointing that after all these years with this brand new reboot of a Winx Club, that we're still having issues like this where the dolls just look very rushed. They look very simple. They look very basic. And there's just next to no detail. And just it all looks just so incomplete. Again, the Playmates versions do look better. Obviously, there's just a little bit more, there that makes them look good. But still, even so, I have to say, like, with both versions, the US and European versions, I am very let down. I don't know what to say. I mean, this is just objectively like a step down. This is just very, again, like, disappointing to me. But what do you think? I think for me, again, from what I've seen so far anyway, my favorite line that we see here are probably the new core fairy dolls, because I do like the wings. Obviously, they seem to be attached via like 2 little straps on the shoulders, which do look kind of like iffy, especially like on Flora. They're like falling off. But I do like, I guess, the concept, like, they look good overall, but still like very cheap looking. Like, Aisha's hair definitely needs to be like actual like mini braids and not just like twists or whatever. That's definitely like not good or up to par with like the Playmates version. But I feel like Stella, Flora, like, I like Flora's little flowers in her hair. Like, that's really cute. I think there's some stuff here that I'm like, okay, I'm not hating it. I'm just like, I really desperately want them to be even better than this, because this cannot be it, right? This cannot be all that we are getting. I mean, that would be crazy, right? Is it? Again, like, hopefully these are, again, just really early prototypes, because I would struggle to believe that this is actually what we're getting for the European fans here from Giochi Preziosi. And by the way, the price point for these dolls apparently is around 27 euros to 30 euros. I am not paying that much for any of these dolls. I am so sorry, but that's just not worth it. They're not worth it. So yeah, I'm just silently praying to the doll gods that these are going to look better in the final versions. And even if they don't, I will probably get like the fairy core looks at least, because I don't have any Winx Club dolls. Like, I have like a couple, but they're all from different companies and from different eras. And I always really wanted to have a full complete Winx Club fairy collection. And so I think for that reason alone, I should get at least the fairy core looks. But aside for those 6, I'm not sure I would get any of these. I mean, I do like Flora's casual look, the boots, the socks. I like that outfit actually, kind of, it's not nicely detailed enough. But like Stella's outfit, like what is happening there? Why does she have pink boots and like an orange top, a green top and orange skirt? Like, you know, some stuff definitely doesn't really match to me, and like the hair looks very iffy and gelled in some aspects. So yeah, like just again, very rushed. It feels very rushed, and like they had to get some dolls together for the, you know, event, and you know, this is what we got. So yeah, but what do you think? Which of these is your favorite, if you have any, and what do you pick? The US versions by Playmates or the European versions made by Giochi Preziosi? Which ones do you like so far? Again, we still have yet to see actually any of these dolls officially confirmed and announced and showcased. But you know, again, these were shown at the event, so I mean, the pictures are out there. The pictures have now been seen. They've been shared, posted everywhere. So everyone knows basically what these dolls look like now, so I think it's no secret anymore. Same goes with the Playmates versions. Honestly, I think now it's just really a time of it's just a matter of time until Winx Club themselves decides to officially like drop the ball and like well you know, like drop the announcement, the official reveal of these dolls, because you know, it does seem like they've dropped the ball too with the quality of these dolls anyway. But what do you think? Again, for me, I'm just hoping that these look better in the final versions, because again, I'm just this cannot be it. This cannot be it. Please not. But what do you think of our first look here? Let me know down below, and I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please consider becoming a channel member today. Join link is down below if you're able to, of course, no pressure. There's some perks that might interest you, but yeah, of course, so you also don't miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.